here it's hate. It's all hate. It's all hate. It's hard to come out of here.
Why do you say that?
Because you don't see a lot of artists make it out of Palm Beach. You see them coming out of Miami, Orlando, Broward, and it's like all these artists from here, all these good artists want to make it out, and it's a battle of who's gonna get it out first. You know, there's Soulja Kid, there was J.O. That those were the artists that were rising to the top. Cello, you just had him on the show, right?
We call ourselves CiiiTY, but we global, and everybody that has a voice is allowed to be vocal.
Welcome back, everybody. CiiiTY Media, changing the youth media. I'm here with LGS Will.
What's going on, man? What's good?
What's going on, baby?
I'm cool.
Yeah, I was listening to some of your stuff. I checked it out when you hit me up, man. Definitely caught me by surprise about just how different and how unique your sound is.
Right.
Talk a little bit about yourself, how you got started with music, and how long you've been doing this.
Well, I've been around music my whole life. I grew up in a musical family. My dad ran a band back in the 80s, back in Brooklyn, because that's originally where I'm from, but I came down to Florida when I was about 4. So he ran that band, and, you know, I was always surrounded by music, basically. So I was always surrounded by rock and, like, the hard stuff. But when I came down to Florida, that introduced me to hip-hop, too. So I don't like to say that I do one thing. I like to do so many different genres. Like I just released an album back in April called Intoxicated, and it has so many different genres on it. Like there's hip hop, rock, pop, whatever you can think is on there. So that really helped me. So I was always surrounded by rock, first of all. So there was always Metallica, Nirvana, and shit like that. So then coming down to Florida, I got introduced to rappers. You know, there was Wayne, Sosa, Future, and then now just the new game coming in. All these different artists. It's so many people you can get so many different inspirations from. So that's how I like to get my sound.
For sure. I find it always a great addition when you have when artists have a rock background in any genre, all the genres. It really helps out with your just overall musical genius. You know, would you agree with that?
Yeah, I like how I have all these different genres that I know, and I love listening to on my back because that makes me have one sound, one unique sound. I don't know if a lot of people would agree, but I like to compare myself to X because he was like me. I like to go out the box. If I didn't do something, one album, one EP, one single, I like to do something different the other one. So like you said, the Lil Uzi Vert, I just dropped the EP. Like most of the time I have sad music, but it's different type of genres, but it's still the sad topic. But I wanted to take a little break from that because I wanted to see if my fans open up to more things. Right. So I like the Uzi sound as a happy bop sound. Yeah. So I went to that, and I guess they're liking it. So yeah.
You hear with when you talk about promotional tactics to focus to get a niche, you know, focus on one thing and push that out. You have a lot of ways you can go. Does that is that ever problematic for you?
Well, especially being from Florida and being here, the people from Florida don't expect to hear other genres. They're on the hip hop, they're on hearing about gang violence, murder, stolos, you know what I'm saying, all that. Yeah. But you know, I want to be different. I want to have a positive pathway coming out of Florida. I want to do what X did, what Juice did, what so many other people did, to be different, just to outstand from the rest of the game.
Yeah, I think the umbrella for that is just creativity with your music. Music is really, it's art. And you know, you may have a certain type of artist that's more popular, but it doesn't mean people don't want to see something crazy that they've never seen before. Where are you staying right now in Florida? Delray.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're specifically in the music scene over there, or are you traveling to and fro?
I'm in the scene over there.
Okay.
I'm heard all over this county. So, I mean, I honestly have a lot of more support out of state and country than here. Here it's hate. It's all hate. It's all hate. It's hard to come out of here.
Why do you say that?
Because you don't see a lot of artists make it out of Palm Beach. You see them coming out of Miami, Orlando, Broward, and it's like all these artists from here, all these good artists want to make it out, and it's a battle of who's gonna get it out first. You know, there's Soulja Kid, there was J.O. That those were the artists that were rising to the top. Cello, you just had him on the show, right? He's coming to the top too. So it's like it's a race to who's the next one out, and it's just a lot of hate.
Well, at which where do you draw the line between competition and hate for that? Because I think a lot of it is competition. I know and I understand because I've interviewed artists and they've expressed the the violence and the hate in rap culture in Palm Beach. But at the same time, there are two different ways you can look at it. Because you mentioned there is a big rap culture here,
Right.
And so that is grounds for a lot of competition because everybody's doing the same thing. But back to my first question, where would you draw the line with it just being competition and hate? Why do you see it more so as hate?
I see there's a difference. So hate would be like, oh, I hate this whole person. I hate everything they're doing. I hate all their moves. But then there's artists that are in competition with you and they basically they don't want to see you win. But that's not just with the artists. That's people here too. Not just people here, people everywhere.
Yeah.
There's so many people that don't want to see you win. The support when you start out is small, but when you're finally someone, all the congratulations is there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that comes with the territory. When you are an artist that don't have a big name for yourself, there's always going to be difficulty in trying to get people to know who you are. And you have all this great music, but maybe a more a less attractive music is being promoted more or is being agreed with more. So I think it's stressful in that way.
Right. Yeah.
But overall, I mean, we had an artist that came in here that had a different perspective on this, and he mentioned there is more support than hate. There's always going to be more support than hate. Your fans, you mentioned a lot of them are out of state. Towards which genres are they more liking from you?
Well, it honestly depends what they are. I have a lot of people in New York that like the rock vibes. Whenever I get on a hip hop vibe, which is once in a while, because I always like to switch it up, it's Florida, and then it's just all over the states. California likes both. Texas likes both. I even have people in London that like just the rock. I have people in Brazil that like just the hip hop. It depends where you are. It's just worldwide. It's different people with different tastes in music.
What are some of the collaborations you've made since coming to Florida?
Well, I haven't really collabed with too many Florida artists to be exact, but there's more people out of state that I've collabed with. So there's Dom Corleo,
Okay.
SSG Kobe. It's big names those are big names in the underground.
Yeah.
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 I don't really like to do I don't really like to collab sometimes. If an artist wants to collab with me, of course I'll do the collab. But for my songs, like I don't really like to do collabs because I feel like I'm not putting in 100% into a song. If I just have someone putting in the other 50%, it's like I'm putting in 50% and then the other artist putting in the other 50%. I like to put in 100% every time.
You've been down here for how long now?
I would say 14, 15 years.
In Florida?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and then that span of time you haven't collaborated with anyone.
Well, I started music like since I've been music all my life, but
music.
Yeah, but I really started making it 3 years ago. Like it was just for fun. I had people back in middle school that would do it with me too. Like it was just for fun. But then about I would say the middle of 2019, I started making money off it, and I was like, damn, this could be a hobby. This could be a career. So I got the equipment I needed, and I just took off from there.
Have you been producing as well?
Yeah,
Other things you've been doing aside from?
Like I said, I'm out the box. I produce sometimes. I even have people that pay me to engineer their songs. Cause I go to a school where we're in a music academy where they teach us all that. So I express my knowledge at home. And
Okay.
it gets me paid.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Are you in college?
No, I'm in high school. A lot of I can see where that comes from.
Yeah.
A lot of people think I'm like in like 20.
Yeah, you
But
definitely seem older and a little bit more mature.
I'm a junior. Yeah.
A junior in high school.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are CiiTY.